Okay, welcome to Our NPC Journey. How's everybody doing today?
I'm alive. My thumb doesn't show up. There we go.
Well, it does, then your face doesn't show, but that's okay.
Who needs a
I'm
face?
doing pretty well, I would
Good,
say.
good. So today is a very special day because we have our first guest on the podcast, and MSR was adamant that this would be the first guest that we would have, which
Adamant is an
I,
understatement.
I don't know about that,
I said
which I
under. Under.
Oh, understatement. Oh, then yes, understatement. And I wouldn't have it any other way either. So today we have Cal with us, and Cal is a fan of NPC. And
Nerdcore. NPC's the convention.
thank you. I always do that. Sorry, because it's our NPC Journey. Is a fan of Nerdcore, and that's how we met. So, MSR, before we get started with Cal, is there anything you want to say?
I'm just gonna say NPC 2024 so far is my favorite one because that was just like the first time I was really exposed to the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. So, Cal, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Nerdcore. Anything you want to say to get started?
Well, hi, I'm Cal, otherwise known as Calligrapher. I'll be honest, I've been in the nerdcore community, like the vast community, I would say only for about 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
For a very long time, the only nerdcore artist I would listen to was Rustage. I started listening to Rustage, I want to say when I was around 16-ish. And I actually don't remember how I found his music, but I did. And I loved it. I listened to all his songs repeatedly. And I want to say for a good few years, Rustage was like one of the only artists I would actually listen to.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it was only about 2 years ago when I actually started branching out into other nerdcore artists, and now I'm more of a fan of like the nerdcore space as a whole rather than just the one creator.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how we got started too.
Yeah. Just instead of Rustage, it was Chewy Cat.
Mm-hmm. So we drove 6 hours just to see Chewy Cat, and then got exposed to all these other artists. Was like, oh wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah,
So,
thankfully I had. Oh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll be honest. I was lucky enough that I got exposed to more of the nerdcore scene like a year before I actually ended up going to NPC,
Mm-hmm.
which allowed me to appreciate it a lot more. If I'm being honest, like I want to say through a bunch of songs I knew were being sung and played by the artists I loved, which was very exciting. I would say the whole NPC experience is still one of like my favorite experiences I've ever gone to. It was also my first ever concert I went to as well.
Oh, I didn't realize that was your
Which is
very
so
first
funny
concert.
because I was sitting there thinking you were way more experienced at this than I was. Because you were just way more confident moving through crowds and stuff than I was. So I was sitting there just like following your lead, assuming that was
Yeah,
yeah.
no. I listen, I shop at Sam's Club and Costco, so I'm very used to having to moving around like a lot of crowds. That and Bucky's. Um honestly, yeah, you kind of just have to make your own room. It's essentially just driving on a highway, just merging through different lanes and trying to not ram into someone.
I full on thought you meant just pushing through other cars, and I was sitting there thinking, please don't ram into other cars while you're driving on the highway.
No,
That feels like a disclaimer that we'd have to put up.
well, for us, that when we met you, Cal, it was our second NPC. So we
Yeah.
had been to the one before. So by that year, we did know more of the artists, which was fun because the first year we were just kind of like, what's going on?
Peso Pete.
Peso Pete. Oh, yes. So So, we're at our second NPC, you're at your first, and we go into the VIP party. Can you tell us about that and your experience there?
Yes. First of all, I couldn't find the venue at first because I had driven 7 hours alone to even see this concert,
So
and
we
I
got
didn't know the city at all. And my GPS took me to like a street over, and I was so confused where I was. And then it didn't help that it was happening at like a kids museum. So I thought I was at the wrong place when I actually showed up. I had to ask around and had to be like, "Hey, is this for NPC VIP party?" And people were saying, "Yeah, this is the address." That's perfect. So then I waited in line. Um, yeah, it was a very fun experience. Just being there. I got to get a lot of my cards autographed because I brought Russell's Devil's Luck card game there, and I was having all different artists sign it. If I'm not mistaken, the first artist who actually signed one of the cards was McGuire, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool. Nice.
I
So,
think, didn't you say you managed to get all the artists to sign a card at one? I think
I did. I was able to get basically every artist to sign at least one card. I'm pretty sure, not counting the expansion pack that Rustage released, the core card set, I think I only have about 6 to 8 cards that have been unsigned. I am upset because there were 2 artists I really wanted to sign that weren't there, that being Fable and Peso Pete. Which I'm hoping they'll be there for this next NPC whenever that happens, because I know it's kind of up in the air what's happening with that right now.
Yeah, I heard it's going to be a lot smaller this year. I'm honestly worried. I think did somebody say there was only going to be 10 artists?
well, I think I don't know that they know for sure, but I know that it's going to be downsized and it's going to be in the fall this year. Were you aware of that, Cal?
I kind of just assumed that at this point, just because I saw the post. It was posted like 2 months ago, and we got no updates. So I was assuming it was probably going to be like fall, winter time by the time the concert was ready. Yeah, I didn't know about the 10 artist thing, if I'm being
I don't know.
honest.
I genuinely don't know if that's real, or I could have misheard something or something.
There's no confirmation on that, so we don't want to spread misinformation.
Yeah. We're not
We heard
Vox,
it's going
okay?
to be downsized, but not Vox. So I know, we walked in and we kind of just were like at the VIP party, we're like, didn't kind of know what to do. And then we saw, who did we see? And we were standing in line for.
Well, the first person we saw was Schwabity, and I said he looked like my high school's band director. Which he took as a compliment, apparently. So, I mean, that's a win.
At the time I was concerned. I didn't, and there's nothing wrong with being a band director, but so we saw Schwabity, and then
we were in line for Stipendium. That's when we met you, Cal.
Yeah.
Was that? I'm gonna be honest. I was trying to remember how we met, and I couldn't remember. If I'm being honest, I just remember it was a line, but I couldn't remember for who.
Yeah, we were in line to see
Stipendium.
Stipendium. I remember I saw you like taking photos later on in the party, so I just looked directly at the lens. I don't know why. I just thought that'd be really funny. You're just going through your photos and you just see this one at the time random person just staring at you like dead-eyed into the camera lens.
Oh my goodness. So talk about how, like, what the rest of your experience was at the VIP party, Cal.
The rest of the time was pretty nice. I remember I felt a little awkward at certain points because, like, before the music started, it was clear it was meant to be like a hangout, but I went alone, so I didn't really have anyone to hang out with. So I was kind of just like drifting, like trying to just keep an eye out to see what creators come out to like get them autographs and take a photo and stuff like that. I think
Mhm.
at the time I was messaging some of my friends because some of them were also nerdcore fans, and funny enough, I guess one of them didn't know I was here doing this. So
Oh,
I was actually no, two of them didn't know. And I was messaging one of them during this time and like sending them photos, and they were like really hyped. Um, but I'll be honest, it wasn't until like the music started playing is when I really started getting into it. Like I knew almost every song that's being played from McGuire, Ham Sandwich, Brie and Boy, and then That Man Be His LA showed up, which I wasn't
The man be
expecting.
Hisla.
mhm.
Is that how you say it? I always just assumed it
I'm
was
like
LA.
99% sure that's how you pronounce it.
That's how we
That Man Be
pronounce
His La.
I
Okay,
said that's how
That
we
Man Be
pronounce
His
it.
La. Well, I'll pronounce it the way you pronounce it then. Well, That Man Be His La. I didn't know he was gonna be there, and I hadn't seen him before, right? So I didn't know what he looked like. And then Connor Quest started playing his, I think it's called Hit Me Back or something like that.
Hit my peak.
Uh yeah, Hit My Peak, that's what it was. He started singing that song and I was getting really hyped. I assumed he was just gonna play like the first half and stop. But then That Man Be His La showed up, went on stage, and I think that was one of like the hypest moments I had like at the entire event, if I'm being honest.
So we actually have something similar. During NPC 2025, we went and Connor Quest was doing Hit My Peak. I had never heard the song until that day. And I see somebody who turned out to be the Mambi Hisla. Again, I'd never seen it. I'd never seen a picture of him before. I walked past him like 6 times during the party.
Same.
I was so mad at myself because I didn't know what he looked like. And then as I'm looking back in my head, I'm like, wait a minute. That's the Mambi Hisla. I walked past him like 5 times. And then
I really just assumed he was a fan for a
I did
while,
too. He was
before
wearing
like
like a
he came up.
Rengoku jacket
Yeah,
when
he was
we
wearing a
saw him.
Rengoku jacket. He was also just hanging out with like a bunch of what I can assume is just his normal friends that aren't in the nerdcore
Yeah.
scene. So he really did just like blend in as like a fan in the crowd.
And then, oh my god, it gets even funnier because later we're getting ready to leave because we didn't know any of the other artists that were going to be performing at the VIP concert. Mom can't be on her feet long. I struggle with being on my feet since I rolled my ankle a couple years back. And we're getting ready to leave, and I go and I like stop by and I stop to talk to somebody that I talked to before, and Mom's yelling like, come here, come here. I'm like, what? And then I realize for the 6th time of that night, I had walked right past the Man Be Hisla, and there was no excuse that time because I knew what he looked like and knew what he was wearing.
So I should get props for that because I saw him and ran and got you to make sure that you got to meet him. So I should get points for that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I was excited about the energy at the VIP party. I thought that was really cool. So, then to have the next day concert was, like 10 times what
Oh
the
my God,
VIP
yeah.
party was. So we went to well, before we move on, is there anything else you want to say about the VIP party, Cal?
Honestly, no. Like I said, the music was great. The vibes were amazing.
Mhm.
Very happy I got the VIP ticket. Actually, funny enough, I almost didn't go to this concert. I kind of went, how I actually ended up going is that I can't remember who, it might have been Fable or DPS, but someone had like tweeted that, that there weren't many VIP tickets left or
Mhm.
something like that. And I remember I clicked the link and saw how much it was. And I was like, it's not for another 6 months. I have the money right now. And I impulsively bought it. So yeah, I had impulsively bought it. And then about a month later, I went ahead and rented my Airbnb about 5 months in advance. But it was definitely an impulse decision at the time to be like, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna drive 7 hours from where I am alone to go see this concert.
All by myself.
I think that was super cool that you did that. And we were glad that we got to meet you. But after the first day, you know, we met you and then it was kind of like, oh, I wonder if we'll see him again.
Lo and behold, we did.
The second day.
I want to say one more thing about the VIP party.
Okay.
So me and Mom, until this point, had never listened to a Ham Sandwich song. I knew who Ham Sandwich was based on one DPS song that he was on. I think it was Monkey Bars or something. It was the Beast Titan. And we could not understand his lyrics from where we were. We were a little farther back. We couldn't understand anything that was being said. We thought he was saying Taco Tuesday and not Tomboy Tuesday.
Oh, that's so funny.
So but wait, it gets better. Because, well, better for comedy, terrible for me. We get to the net VIP party in 2025, and he does it again. Now we can hear the lyrics, and there's a giant thing displaying the music video, and I'm standing right next to my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tomboy Tuesday is definitely a song. I think it's vibey. It's a very funny song, in my opinion.
And then I think he did Mamacita right after too.
Oh, he did Mamacita with McGuire. That's crazy.
I think he did. I can't remember exactly. Oh my god, I was cringing.
I just kind of blocked that part out.
Yeah, Mom definitely blocked that part. No, he definitely did because I remember McGuire singing it. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
That was Ham Sandwich, amazing artist. For the love of God, man, some of us are standing next to our parents.
Can't be helped. Oh well. Okay, so if we move on.
Okay, moving on to the second day.
Moving on. Let's move on. So the second day of NPC, we ran into you again.
Yeah, we got to the line and you ended up like right behind us, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is what happened.
Yeah. No, wait, I think we got there. I think you got there first and then we got there.
I believe it's actually the other way around, if I'm being honest.
No, I think you said you saw Cam Steady drive in, remember?
Yes. Well, you guys had gone into the line first. I sat in my car for an hour before I actually got out. So I was seeing the creators pull up and like head to the back. I also parked towards the back, even though there's parking in the front area. So I also got to, that's the main reason I got to see like the creators walking in and stuff like that. But I waited in my car for like an hour. I think by the time I actually got to the line, because I don't know why I didn't go to the line beforehand. I think it was hot that day. It was something that day.
It was North Carolina, Cal. It was hot, okay?
It was hot.
Okay, that was probably why I decided to wait in my car before going into the line.
Yeah,
actually,
so
this year during the meet and greet, me and Mom got there like an hour and a half early. And Mom was very hesitant about this idea of getting there an hour and a half. I wanted to originally go there 2 hours early, but after me and Mom talked about it, we knew that Mom wouldn't be able to do that. But we got there an hour and a half early instead, and we still got in pretty quickly. And when it was about an hour early, which was about when Mom wanted to get there, I pointed to the end of the line, which was already starting to curve around the building. I was like, aren't you glad you listened to me?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I don't remember what time I got to the meet and greet, if I'm being honest. I probably got there an hour early, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think we did that too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
But I think
we need to get back to day 2. Right?
Yeah, okay. We'll go back to
we'll get to the meet and greet eventually. But yeah.
So we see you, and I end up talking to another mom in line because you guys were all doing your thing and talking about, I don't know what you guys were talking about, but you were having a good time. So it's just like, okay, we'll let them talk and have fun. And I was talking to a mom and she was talking about how, they brought her partner's son up and all of that. So we were just kind of bonding over, the parent type thing while you guys had fun. Or was that for the meet and greet? Was that for the
I
meet
think
and
that's
greet?
the meet and greet, Mom.
That's the meet and greet. I'm sorry. I'm
the-
wrong.
I
Yeah.
remember on day 2 is when Cal handed us his bag to take up to the chair.
Yeah.
And
that's
we
right.
had a panic attack when I realized I went back up to the thing, did not tell Cal that I was going to do this when he'd left for food. I didn't
Yeah,
tell him
you
that after...
didn't tell me this. I
I'm
went
so
back to where
sorry.
you were. I couldn't find you. And then I go back up to where you guys were sitting. Didn't see you there either. So
I'm
then I
so
go on like a
sorry.
wild goose chase trying to find you. Eventually give up. And I'm kind of like, okay. I'm just gonna enjoy the concert and then I'll find them eventually.
If it's any consolation, I did the same thing. Because after...
Oh,
What's going on?
She
Okay,
was frozen
sorry,
for a
guys,
good
we
bit
lost-
there.
Okay.
yeah, we lost connection there for a little bit. We're having like some high winds right now. So I think that's
earlier in the video I like twitched my head like this because the wind hit like what was blowing
Yeah.
into the house, and I was like, wait, what's
Sorry.
going on? My bad.
okay.
Um
Okay. So second day was when I got the Cam Steady bracelets for you guys, right? Or is that the
that's
meet
the
and greet?
third day.
That's the third day. Why am I so like I can't
No,
remember the second?
that was the second day.
It was the third day.
Was it?
Yes. Because if it would have been the second day, we wouldn't
Yes.
have been near the edge of the thing to get
Yeah.
the bracelets.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, this
You're
is
right.
true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had your bag. MSR,
Yeah, so
go
we
ahead.
had your back, and like I had your Instagram, didn't show up for some reason, so I was hoping that I was messaging the right person. I'm not sure if I did. I don't think I did. So now
You in fact did not.
So some random person in their Instagram DMs is like, "Who is this guy?"
Well, no, because I remember I kept like checking my Instagram to see if you would message me because I'd given you that beforehand.
I don't know
And
why it didn't
I would-
work.
I think it's because I had like underscores in it and you
That's
weren't
probably
counting
it.
the underscores,
That might
if I'm not
be-
mistaken.
That
It was
would-
something like that.
That is very
But
probable.
I was kind of just before you cut out, I was kind of just relaying that I couldn't find you guys
Yeah.
for like the second half of the concert. And that I went on like a wild goose chase trying to find you guys because I went back up to the seats where you guys were sitting. You guys weren't there. I think what had happened is that
Where were you, Mom?
I was there. I was there. I don't know how.
well, I remember when we talked about it afterwards, you said you had left at one point to try and find me or something like that.
Right.
So
During the did you go up there during like the intermission?
I think that's exactly when I went up there.
Yeah, we were looking for you during the intermission. We went out down there where they had the food trucks so that we could try to find you because you said you were getting food. So I
that's
thought you
right.
might have still been out there.
That's
Yeah,
right.
no.
About that.
Yeah, I think we were just trying to look for each other at like the same exact time. But like
Yeah.
after a while, like I said before, I kind of accepted it and was like, okay, I'll find them eventually.
Yeah.
Whether it's like at the end of the concert or something.
And like
So I
was
kind of
looking-
just yeah.
and like I'm horrible with faces. So whenever I just meet somebody and I'm trying to find them again, I look for them based on what they were wearing. So I was looking for like your rustage shirt that had like all like the D20 on it. And I was looking around and that's all I had to go off of because my memory is horrible.
Fair enough.
Well-
But I did have a good time. I ended up going to like the front stage area.
Mhm.
So like I was there for like majority of the show.
And I was so relieved when you came because I think you came up a little early before the show ended to get your bag.
Yeah, that would have been really
Yeah.
awkward if we never saw each other again and we just kind of had your bag. And we
Well,
had no way to find you.
well, we were gonna find you at the end of the
No, we
concert.
were gonna find you, but it would have been really awkward. Just like the meet and greet goes by, and we still haven't found you, and we're just trying to like search on the internet and try to find you.
I was stressed though, I'll admit. I was like, we can't like leave here with his bag. He has to have his bag.
I don't remember if I had anything too important in there.
I
I
hope
don't.
it didn't.
I don't think. I think it was just filled with merch and stuff like that I had bought. If I'm not mistaken, because I had to have had my wallet on me because I went to go get food.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, that's true.
I had.
That's true.
Oh no, my keys were in there. I think
That's
that
Oh!
was.
Well, he
That's
couldn't
what
have
it
left
was.
without us, so we would have been fine. We would have just kept
Yeah,
looking around the
that
parking lot
was
for it.
it.
Eventually, we would have just found him like that one meme where the guy's just looking around.
Yeah, that was
That's
exactly it. You had my keys. Yeah, that was it. Because I didn't want to lose my keys. Yeah.
Because we had an
Um,
extra seat. Because when MSR was down on the floor, I had
Yeah.
an extra seat, and then so
Hey, I gotta make
For-
this reference before I can't
Go ahead.
anymore. Mom's not gonna understand because she hasn't watched Dawn to Dawn. But basically, what we just described was in like episode 3 or 4 when Okaroon and what was her name?
Alisara? Or
Ayase,
it's not
I think.
Alisara. Ayase.
Ayase?
Yeah, that's it.
When they were just walking around the school trying to find each other, that's essentially what happened.
Yeah.
So, well, we had this extra seat, so it was easy for me to keep our stuff. But Sir Frontalot's friend
MC
came and sat
Frontalot.
beside me. MC Frontalot, sorry. MC Frontalot.
He's not a knight, Mom.
I keep wanting to call
I
him
don't
Mix
know.
Williams. Sir
I don't know.
Williams.
Sir Frontalot is like kind of a hard name, if I'm being honest.
See, thank you, Cal. Thanks for
It's
making
a hard
me feel-
name, but he's not a knight.
Okay, MC Frontalot, sorry. So his friend came and sat beside me, and I was talking to him, and then MC Frontalot came and sat beside me for a while too, while he was enjoying the concert. So, and then they left, and somebody took their seats, and I couldn't really say anything because the one guy came back, and I was just kind of like, "Sorry, that's not my seat." Like, anyway, so what was it like? Because I was up in because I'm too old to be on my feet for the concert for all those hours anymore. So for you guys, what is it like being down on the floor while the concert is going on?
Well, for me, like I said, I was in like the very front, like the
Mhm.
front. Like I was like a row behind like the front stage. So it was a lot of fun. It was really surreal, if I'm being honest, seeing like these creators that I listen to and like watch content from being like right in front of me. But it was a lot of fun. It was really hype. I think my favorite performance out of everyone there was probably Schwabity. Schwabity or Cam Steady were like my top two. Cam Steady had like the theatrics, but like Schwabity played like my favorite song from him, which was Blood
right?
Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Which
God.
was What's up?
So sorry. Me and Mom, much like Ham Sandwich, had not listened to a lot of Schwabity before the first concert. I think I listened to his Vox rap and where he was on Rustage's All for One rap. So we had no idea how much of his songs involved screaming like that.
Oh yeah.
I remember just like, oh my God, that's what this guy does. Oops. Well,
And it's so funny because when you meet them all in person, they're so nice.
oh, they're so chill.
They're so chill. And then they get on stage and they're performing and they're going so hard. It's like crazy, but it's amazing.
What really
I think
got me,
Cam Steady was like the biggest person for that because Cam Steady's music is very like aggressive and he
Mhm.
looks really intimidating when like you first meet him, but he's so nice.
he's so chill.
So nice. Yeah.
I have a pet peeve, but not really. This isn't a pet peeve. I don't know what this is called. But I got really excited because he started doing Man-Made God in 2025, right? I knew he was gonna get down with the crowd because he's done it every time. So I get up, I'm directly in the line of where he would be if he starts crowd surfing. and he just stops at going on somebody's shoulders, and I'm sitting there like, come on, the one time that I could have been a part of this.
Yeah.
No, what is funny, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Cam Steady, where he took like a photo or something mid show.
Did he really?
Oh, or like a video, and like you can see me in the background of the video,
That's
which is
that's so cool.
really, which is really funny.
I gotta find that
Um,
video now.
I'll be honest. I think my least favorite performance, which was really disappointing, was Rustage.
What? Really?
My only problem with Rustage's performance, or Rustage's performances, is that he just stops rapping for parts of it.
Yeah,
Like, I'm so excited to hear hear how like the words flow and stuff, and he just kind of stops. Which, I mean, to each their own. If that's how you want to perform, that's how you want to perform. But I remember in 2025 specifically. Sorry, Cal. Uh, the he, Schwabity, and Connor Quest did Admirals too, and I have a line that I really like. Uh, that I'm blanking on right now. Guess I don't like it that much. Where he says, feel it in my something something, or feel it in my roots. I'm talking minerals and vitamins, and I'm so excited to hear this line live, and he just doesn't do it.
that's crazy.
And I'm like, bro, no! I don't care if you blank on the rest of it, but come on!
oh, that is rough. But here's the thing, like, I would say Rustage's performance was the most forgettable. I think it was also because like the songs I really wanted him to perform, he performed the year before, and he didn't perform this year, or like not this year, the year I went.
Mhm.
And the only song I can actually remember that he did was the Sun Wukong rap. But I cannot remember what his other two songs were for the life
Not
of
gonna
me.
lie, I think I messed up when you told me the name of that one, because I went to find it and I found a completely different one.
Oh, that's so funny.
But I didn't know what it was based off of, so I couldn't confirm that it was a different one. So I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's a completely different song.
Yeah. I don't know. I've had like a miss. Oh no, Rustage has been weird creator for me recently because he's in his experimental phase right now. So the issue I'm having is that a lot of his songs are hits or misses for me right now, where I love some of his new songs and I'm just not vibing with some of his new songs. I think 2024 was probably like peak Rustage for me, where I feel like almost every single one of the songs he was making or coming out were like bangers to me.
I get that.
I think we have another cutout, by the way.
Mom, are you good?
Well, I guess I should say, because it was mentioned at some point that like I left the concert early,
Yeah.
and one of the reasons for it is because I think it was like the last couple creators I just didn't really like. I believe the last two, I don't remember what the last one was, but one of them was Game Boy Jones, and I've kind of like, I like his music a little bit more now, but at the time I just didn't really listen to him. So, and my phone was at like 4%.
Oh, my eyes are so sweaty now. Or not my eyes, the eye holes. Sorry. Anyways.
You're good.
My eyes are sweaty.
So in my head, I was kind of thinking of like, okay, I don't really mess with these last two artists. I think I'm just gonna pray, because at this point I still hadn't found you guys, right? You guys had my keys in my bag. So I was like praying that like, oh my God, I hope they are up there. And I went up there and your mother was there.
Yeah, my
and
mom was up there.
I was so relieved, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was able to get my keys, my bag, and I left the venue early. I missed all the traffic. It was great.
I stayed because Living Tombstone was the last one, right?
That was
And
the last, and I didn't care about Living Tombstone.
yeah, here's the reason why I stayed. Because when the Five Nights at Freddy's movie came out, I saw it with the person I was dating at the time, but we did it like in my basement with the surround sound and stuff. We didn't go to the movie theater. So I was always a little bummed that I didn't get to have that like crowd experience where Living Tombstone started playing the Five Nights, what's widely considered the Five Nights at Freddy's theme song. So I I strongly knew that if they were going to have a good performance, they had to do the Five Nights at Freddy's theme song. I mean, it's one of their most iconic songs. So I figured for their first performance, they were probably going to do it. So I stayed the whole time, much to my mom's chagrin. She was over there taking ibuprofen in the chair area. I feel bad that I made her wait that long, but
No worries. Is she coming back, by the way?
she's working on it,
Okay.
I think. Let me look at she sent me another text. But I got really excited at the end because they did the song and I got to do the have you heard that song?
Yeah, everyone's heard that song.
Okay, that's fair. So you know how they have like the animatronic scream at the end, right?
Yeah.
They had the entire audience do the scream, and it was so amazing. And then
That is really cool.
and I go back up the stairs, and this is why I'm glad I didn't leave early, because I go back up the stairs, I'm with mom, and all of the artists just come out on stage and start singing the Pokemon theme song.
I did hear this happen, and I was a little upset that I didn't get to see it, but also not too upset. Like, it would have been a cool experience, but I wasn't too distraught about it. I had seen the stuff I really wanted to see. What's interesting, I don't know if you, because I was talking to, like, other people and stuff like that, like, in the crowd, and I found out, like, a decent portion of the people there only came to see, like, the Living Tombstone. Which is very funny.
Well, I guess the Living Tombstone is a lot bigger than I thought they were, because Sam Haft, who's part of Living Tombstone, I think, literally helps write or does a lot of the writing for the Has Been Hotel songs.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like, I learned that one day. I was like, wait a minute, isn't that guy part of Living Tombstone? Because I just saw them doing like a interview with him. I'm like, that's one of the Living Tombstone. And I thought the Living Tombstone was only 2 people. I didn't realize it was 4 people.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a whole crew and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were one of, if not the biggest artist there. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they were doing a tour at the time, and this was just one of their stops for the tour. So you had a lot of people that came just for the Living Tombstone and were like getting into like the other music, which is really cool. It kind of just like broadened like the nerdcore like sphere.
It's like how when me and mom just went for Chewy Cat and then met all these, or not met, but discovered all these other artists. I really hope my mom comes back soon because I don't know how to end the recording.
That is very funny. I will say this. Did we interact at all during the meet and greet? Because I don't remember.
I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
I did not know your name the whole concert. I can't remember.
Oh, you did tell me this.
I did it. We didn't give names when we met. And after that point, it felt like the window of opportunity was just shut. So
I'll be perfectly honest. You could have just told me, "Hey, I don't know your name," and I wouldn't have been offended. I'm also horrible with names.
Well, that's not how social anxiety works, is it?
Well, fair enough. But I'm saying I'm telling you this now. Like I wouldn't have been offended or anything. It would have been like, oh, okay, fair enough.
And it's even funnier that I didn't learn it until a year later.
Well, okay, in your defense, I just go by Cal all the time.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, most of my friends forget like my actual name because I just go by Cal everywhere. So like, that one's not too bad.
It was just funny because we're still trying to figure this out. It's like second to last week of summer break for me or something. We're sitting in the hotel room on vacation at Virginia Beach, and Mom just looks at me because I'm in one bed, she's in the other one. She just looks at me from across the room and just goes, "His name is Carlos."
Yeah,
And I just
that
started laughing because I'm like, "Are you? That's what the issue was?" Because I can't remember if we told you this, but the package got sent back the first time we tried to send
you
it.
did tell me this. And like your mother had messaged me directly and was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
just make sure all the information's correct." And that was, it turns out that's what was
yeah.
wrong with it.
And I'm very mad because I'm very mad that it got sent back because I made like this tiny little note. I can't remember exactly what it said, but the main part that I was really proud of was, "Oh, Mom's back."
There she is.
Yeah, I had to restart my computer. I had to completely reboot it.
Oh
Sorry about that.
no.
Yeah, nothing was working.
But yeah, but in the package that I tried to send you, I made that little note, said something like "See you at NPC next year" or something. And it got lost. And I'm not that mad that the note got lost. I'm mad because I drew the Stupendium's logo, I drew JT Music's logo, and
Aw.
I drew Rocket Music's logo on the note. That's the part that I'm most mad about. Because the note itself was kind of generic. I mean, how most notes are. But that made it unique. And I was like, I looked for that note, man. I tried to find it.
God, yeah. It's rough sometimes.
I'm just glad it got to you. Like
Yeah,
that was my thing.
we're just glad your merch got there. I'm
Yeah.
realizing we're talking about this and nobody listening understands because we did not explain what the package was or anything.
Oh yeah, so essentially I couldn't go to, what was it? Yeah, 2025's
NPC 2025,
NPC
yeah.
due to financial restraints. And also this one was in Texas, which would have been a 14-hour drive, which is a lot more daunting than a
It's
7-hour
twice.
one.
It's double.
Yeah, it's almost double. So it was like, ooh. So I had to unfortunately not go. Uh, but thankfully I had sent the money to get like some merch. I think I just ended up getting a shirt and
And a
a
poster.
poster.
And it was
Yeah.
funny because they didn't take Venmo. So I just sent it to Mom or whatever we used. I think it was Venmo. And I just sent it to Mom. I was like, "I'm putting his stuff on your card. I'm sending you the money." They don't take
It was
Venmo.
fine. It was fine. So I was glad that we could at least do that for you, but we did miss you. We were sad that you
Yeah.
couldn't be there.
And and I was really mad at myself because as a surprise, I'd planned to have Rustage record a video for you because some people do that for like their friends that can't be there. But I was so tired by that point, I barely had any memory of plans because I had all these other things that I wanted to tell Rustage, like in his One Piece D&D series. If you remember, I don't know if you remember, but in the first one, William had to rap battle a dude in a grape costume.
Was that grape? I thought it was banana, but yeah, it might
I
have
think
been.
he rap battled a grape because my lyrics were, oh god, let's see if I can get this right. And man, I couldn't do it in front of Rustage, and I can't do it now.
You tried.
I made like 3 lines because I was laying in bed. I was on burnout because I'd been binging it for the last week. I don't think I'd been binging it for a week at that point. But if you remember, Cal, I was trying to watch all of One Piece D&D before NPC 2025 so that I could tell Rustage that I did that.
Yeah, I do remember you venting
Yeah.
to me about it and saying how tired you were at certain points.
I watched like 35 episodes, nothing else. I listened to it in the car. I listened to it while I played games. I listened to it while I worked on music.
You were committed for sure.
This dude tells me now you got to start on Marines, and I'm like,
Real.
I
That's
spent
the realest thing he could have ever told you.
I was like, dude, in a minute. I think I actually had already started it. I think I was on like the second episode or something. I finished by the way a day before we had to leave.
Mhm.
So
Well, that's good. I'm actually like 30 episodes behind on Marines.
I'm caught up for once. I'm caught
Yeah,
up on all the D&D except for Isekai.
Isekai, oh wait, I'm not. I didn't watch the finale. It's really funny.
On, like, episode
I
1.
had tried really hard to catch up to watch the finale, and I did, but scheduling conflicts made it where I couldn't watch the finale live, and I just haven't watched the finale.
Mom, you want to tell him what I've been doing?
Oh, so he has been messaging me these random quotes with no context from the Isekai D&D, and I'm reacting to them. And so I'm going to post some of them. I posted one, but I'm like, what in the world?
I'm going to pull up a couple and tell you what it's.
Okay, while we're doing that, let's let Cal talk a little more.
Yeah.
And you may have said this while I was out of the podcast, but so did you talk about the third day? Did you guys get that far?
We actually didn't. Yeah, we didn't get that far in because I had asked if we had actually seen each other third day because I couldn't remember if we did or not. And then he went to tell me that he didn't know my name for like the entire time. And I was telling him, had he just told me, hey, I don't remember your name, I wouldn't have taken it personally because I'm horrible with names. So yeah.
Honesty's the best policy.
Social anxiety doesn't work that way, okay?
Fair enough,
Okay.
but
I cannot read this, but I think I remember it well enough. And I quote, Norman is in a very bad mood because we're in a party and not a single one of these people are snakes and we're in a swamp.
Yeah, makes sense.
See, makes sense to you. I have no idea. I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah, sounds like something that would have been said.
I think literally one of the ones I said, I think I literally just said one sentence and just said, is it feminine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I'm getting. Yeah.
Okay,
enough. So third day.
Yeah. I also mentioned the milking thing where they milked Cody to feed a baby.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the third day.
I wanted to bring it up, Mom.
I know you did.
It's one of the funniest quotes yet.
Okay, so third day, you were watching them all come in, and then you got in line, and we did see you because that's the day that we got the bracelets.
Yes.
And I got your Instagram right, finally.
Yeah, this is true, because I only saw, I didn't see you before I had left, because I left the concert early, like I mentioned earlier. So yeah. We did that. We made friends with someone else in line.
Yeah, there was these two people that were dressed in what's the game I'm blanking?
It was
Lethal Company.
Lethal Company. That's what it was.
I actually saw them again. I don't think I talked to them, but I saw them at 2025, and they were entered in like a competition thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was. So you guys made new friends, Cal.
Yeah, I didn't get any of their Instagrams, but yeah, we made. Oh no, I got the Lethal Company's people's Instagrams.
Yeah.
So that was cool, but I don't really think we really hung out too much when we actually got inside because we were trying to like see different creators.
We were like trying to speed run everything. It was funny because at the time I wasn't a huge Rustich fan. I liked his music in 2024, but I wasn't at the level that I'm at now. So we saw him just running by, and I was like, dude, can you please sign my bag? He was like, sure, I have a doctor's signature. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, I don't care you're Rustich.
He did. Yeah, he says that to like everyone that like he has a horrible signature, which he kind of does, if I'm being honest. But like, yeah.
So what was the experience like for you? Because we all kind of separated, like, because like when the doors open, everybody just kind of scatters and tries to find their favorite person.
My experience. So my main goal from that meet and greet was to get the remaining creators I needed to sign my cards. Thankfully, I was able to, since I had gotten a majority of them previously at the VIP concert, which was
And I helped you get one at the day of because I helped you find Chewy Cat in the crowd.
This is true.
I just want to take credit for that one.
This is true. As I actually met another friend there, where we were in line for Rustage, we were talking and all that, and then we got out of line, and then we just so happened to get into another line together and started chit-chatting. And we actually exchanged Instagrams and stuff like that. We actually went to go get food afterwards.
Oh yeah, because you said you were eating dinner with somebody after.
Yeah. We went to like this Mexican restaurant a few miles down. It was pretty good. But we stayed in contact. We kind of drifted apart since then. But we stayed in contact for, I want to say, like about like a good 8 months. So we were actually like watching animes and stuff together for a while there.
How would that
work?
How would that work?
Discord.
Oh, right.
I would just stream share it and stuff like that, and we just watch it. We watched all of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and then we got about like halfway through Freerun.
Mom
and
loves
then
Freerun.
Mom,
okay, wait, Mom, wait. Before you let it rip on the thumbnail thing, that was just for clickbait. He loves Freerun. Don't go crazy.
I was just gonna say I love Freerun too. That's all I was gonna say.
That was very intense, but no, I also love Freerun. One of I don't think it was mentioned, I also do a separate podcast called Dice Gotcha. Yes. And our most recent episode of the time of recording this is an episode on Freerun Beyond Journey's End. And yeah.
That's what that was about, because I told Mom, because I messaged you about this, or I was like, Mom's not happy with you because of the thumbnail.
This is all in a joking manner.
Yeah, I know, don't worry. But it was I did the thumbnail is Freerun mid for like for clickbait a little bit. And also it wasn't because I agree Freerun is really good, but we had some people on the podcast that disagreed on that, one very heavily.
Mom's gonna fight on that one.
I enjoyed the episode. I think that's one of our better episodes we've made. The last episode we recorded, which was yesterday, I think is the most scuffed episode we've ever done. Mainly because we recorded it at 10 p.m. instead of 5 a.m. or sorry, 6 a.m. We usually record our podcast at 6 in the morning on Sundays. What you call it? But due to scheduling conflicts, we have to do it at 10 p.m. And because of it, one of the podcasters' technology wasn't working. They had a lot of background noise since they usually do it early in the morning. I had messed up on a couple of things. I had made a Jeopardy game. Some of the questions weren't formatted correctly. And for the final slide, 2 of the categories had insert category here. Because I had made it at like midnight the day before. So I guess it just completely missed me that I didn't put the 2 category names there.
I would love to know what were these categories that were meant to be there.
Well, you see, so we do Jeopardy games every 10 episodes, or like not. We do Jeopardy every 10 topics, and this is our second time doing it, where I'll make a Jeopardy style game based on all the topics we've done beforehand.
That's cool.
So, but we miscounted and we had one that we were one video short because we miscounted when we should have done this. So one of them was free run. I was trying to figure out what the other one should be. So I made it on Martin Luther King, since today's Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yes.
So I thought it was a little timely. So that he saved me because that was the category that ended up being like the last category of it.
Okay. Awesome.
Um,
Okay. Well, we're actually at an hour. I told you that we wouldn't keep
Oops.
you past an hour. And
Well,
so
Mom
it's
had
already-
technical difficulties,
It's
so-
fine. I'm in no rush, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I'm used to like recording for like an hour or hour and a half, so like I'm fine.
Yeah. So that doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
Anyways,
so-
Mom's had enough.
no,
Mom's like,
we're gonna be here all night.
that's true too. I could very easily do this all night. My
My
neck will be destroyed, but I can.
Yeah. So, is there anything else from the meet and greet, Cal, that you want to talk about?
Not really. Honestly, the meet and greet was very straightforward. Ran around just going to the specific people I hadn't gotten autographs from yet. Got a few photos. Oh, I guess this is something mentioned. I got in my Rustage shirt signed by Rustage, Schwabity, and Connor Quest.
Ooh, nice.
So I got the UK trio to sign it. And Rustage did make a point to say that my shirt is technically limited edition now, since he doesn't make that merch anymore. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but about like 2 years ago, one of the main merch providers that supplied merch for like almost like every content creator went out of business. Like, and they told no one about this, like, and they went out of business. I'm pretty sure some content creators lost out on like thousands upon thousands of dollars because of it, because it never got paid out. It was crazy. But because of it, a lot of nerdcore artists merch stores were down because their main merch distributor was gone. And then when Rustage eventually reopened his merch store, he had a whole new line. So my overshirt that I have is technically limited edition now, which is kind of cool to think about.
That's very cool, actually.
So I will say we did interact one time during the meet and greet. I don't think you'd remember because it was very brief, but I remember I saw you probably about partway through. This was after I got my bag signed by Rustage, and because I didn't know your name, I was just like, hey bro, hey bro, and somebody behind you had to like tap your shoulder and point to me. I'm like, dude, I got Rustage's signature.
Oh, I don't remember this. I'm gonna be real with you.
I do, because I was very embarrassed.
Way to go.
Okay, one more thing, because I know Cal will get a kick out of this, and then I swear I'll be done so that Mom can handle recording and stuff. When I don't know if you saw this, but DPS was on a FaceTime call with Fable at one point.
Oh no, I was right next. I was in the line when this happened.
Yes, my mom almost got us killed.
Why?
Okay, so for about a year, my mom could never remember Fable's name. So
I'm old.
So she just called him Foosball, right? Well, everybody screams Fable's name, and Mom turns around with this big crap-eating grin on her face, and I am immediately like, oh no, she's gonna yell it. I just look at her and I go, if you do this, you will die. Literally, not even an hour before, somebody hit me in the head with their signed Shadow manga, not hard, when I called Game Boy Jones Gamer Boy Jones, because I had a Mandela effect or whatever, where I could have swore that I always saw an R in his name.
So he was afraid that I was going to get us killed.
because of this. That
Yeah.
would have been a crazy way to go out, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It would have been. It would have been.
I
And I
just looked at
didn't do
mom and
it.
she did not do it, thank God. I just immediately looked at her and I went, if you do this, you will die.
But the look on his face when I turned around, because he knew immediately, was priceless.
Oh no, my headset just got unplugged. Hang on. My headphones are gone.
Uh-oh.
Aren't
Hang
you
on.
so glad you came on the podcast with us, Cass? With all our difficulties.
I've had
Bear with
fun,
me.
I'll be honest.
Screwed up.
Listen, me and my
All right, back.
podcast have been doing it for, I want to say, about 3-4 months now, and we still have technical difficulties. So
It happens.
it happens. This is my first time doing this format, though. We usually do all our recording on Discord, and I'm
Mom-
also used to be the one doing the recording. So
Mhm.
Yeah, mom doesn't know how to use Discord.
I don't know how to use Discord, so we go with what we know, and this is what I know. So we may branch out later, but right now I was on another platform, and we were having even more technical difficulties, and I was like, if we're ever going to get this thing going, we have to just get started. So yeah,
We re-recorded our second episode 4 or 5 times.
yeah, it was bad. So, and I finally, MSR did tell the people about it and was like, I can't be on the platform anymore. Anyway, okay, so Cal, to kind of wrap up a little bit, because I want to respect your time, and I know
I
we
got to
have
get to my dad's for dinner at some point.
But so, what does nerdcore music mean to you? Like the community and all that. What does it mean to you?
So I think this is kind of shallow to say. It's music to me, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love nerdcore and stuff like that, but to me, it's just like really good music.
Mhm.
And the reason I say this is because there's always been this weird divide in the nerdcore community where it's like they will always compare nerdcore artists and nerdcore songs to mainstream music, which I don't really like. And I think it's one of the worst qualities we have as a community. Because at the end of the day, it's music. It's just really good music, and it's music that we love and enjoy. I think it's very unique and such. And if it's my needs, what I need for music, that being, I like new music that comes out, right? One issue I have with a lot of artists is that they'll make an album every 2 to 3 years and release it, right?
Right.
But I binge listen to music. So what happens in these, I'll binge listen to it for like 1 to 2 months, and I'll get tired of it. And then I just won't listen to them for a very long time. Which kind of sucks. And I always crave new content. And I think that's one of, the biggest strengths from nerdcore is that a lot of these creators post a minimum of 1 time a month, and then others are posting like 2-3 times a month. So there's always new music coming out, and there's always like a new song to keep the community engaged.
I agree. It is nice to have the constant flow of music, because we're always like, every week we're like, new Rustage, new DPS.
We are so
new
behind.
Slayer.
We Schwabity, Connor Quest, Cam Steady thing that I told you about wasn't a Cam Steady song. It's a Jonathan Young song that Cam Steady featured on.
Okay.
Listen, I am like 8 months behind on all music right now.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Yeah. Besides, I think the only person that I caught up to that I think I'm only like 2 months behind on now is Hala CG, which I would argue is probably my favorite nerdcore artist at this time, even above Rustage.
Wow.
Even above Rustage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she kind of overtook Rustage around sometime last year.
Wow.
Her music has been hitting differently. I love like her opera like singing. Her best song by far is Gambler. If you haven't listened to her Gambler track, I highly recommend.
Who's it about?
A Honkai Star Rail character. I don't know the character.
Okay,
I just really like the song.
Mhm.
fair enough. The main thing with nerdcore music for me is the reason I can engage with it so much is because it's about characters I like, which is why Hala CG's I can't remember. I think it's called Your Monster about Dobby. That one is one of the because I haven't listened to a lot of Hala CG songs, but that one's on my I think 41-hour playlist.
I think mine is about 50 hours at this point, but
I strive to
I
do
can
that.
send you some good recommendations. Like I said, I think she's like the most consistent nerdcore artist I listen to, but I do need to catch up on everyone's catalogs because I'm very behind on everyone.
GPS's Shut It Down is really good.
Okay, maybe that's where I will start.
Yeah, it's like his last song of 2025.
Okay. Awesome.
I thought
Well,
Mom got cut out again.
no,
I
no,
was
I
so
just knew that
concerned.
you were going to go on. No, we'll wrap it up. But I just want to say for me, I do love the community because, I have my NPC mom shirt. You can't really see, but I have it on.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I manifested it. I made it happen.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
Podcast cooked.
Want
So
to talk for a
sorry.
minute while Mom reconnects? Because I don't know if we can end the recording without her here.
What you call it? Yeah, I guess that is really funny. Um, I am curious. Okay, so I have been wondering, do you guys plan on doing more React content at some point?
Oh, Mom's back. We might.
I'm
We
back.
need to get through this Has-Been Hotel thing. I need to do the video editing on it.
Well, not
Um,
even just like that, but I mean like on like new nerdcore songs that release.
Well, the issue with that, and we did have a segment in the first couple episodes where we tried to do that. The issue is things are so like copyright, like things are so difficult to get around copyright, and that's such a huge issue with them. I'm, I don't even know how we could do it. We would definitely have to wait for a while before before we did that.
So do you have any ideas, Cal, as to how we could do that and kind of like not get strikes or anything like that?
Uh, I don't know. I think you just appeal them. I think that's the best thing you can do. I know it has been a major issue right now because I know I think it was Schwabity who had mentioned it because he stopped doing React content for a while because his videos kept getting strike down.
Mhm.
But he did start it back up, so I'm assuming there is a way around it. I just don't know how. I'm sure if you like tweet or like ask around how to get around it, people in the community will be more than happy to help. Um, yeah, no. But I
Okay.
know like the major reason they were doing is because there were a bunch of like people would re-upload their tracks, but like 10-hour versions of them. And of course, that's just taking revenue away from them. So they had to like really start cracking down on it.
Mhm. Okay.
Dad is
Okay.
calling me, so I do need to get moving here soon.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll wrap up and we can continue whatever we were going to say later, MSR. But thank you, Cal, so much for coming. We were so sad you couldn't be there last year, but hopefully we all get to see each other next year.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming tonight. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Happy to be here, and I would be more than happy to be a guest on here again. So
Absolutely. We would love to have you
yeah.
back. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and go for now. Thanks, guys, for watching tonight. We really appreciate it, and we will see you in episode 4. We'll see you soon. All right, thanks.